what does Helen, Cheryl, the first box say? What does it say on the left?
How will you embed the key functional skills of maths, English and ICT into your lesson?
Okay. In a swimming lesson, yes.
I'll get the confidence down.
Excellent. So who's not had a go at the board yet? I think it might be better. Do you want to go? Okay, so let's have a look at English first. Give us one. Wait, now what you've just said there is good. What did you say? Get them to read the sign. To read sign.
I think obviously it sounds very, very silly, my question, but clearly I'm going to teach Spanish. So all of this is, I appreciate the math because I'm going to teach you how to count. Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be okay. But the English, I'm not sure.
English to Spanish.
What's the full instructions
So the
that you
language,
give them?
when you're teaching this kind of, what did you say, Jenny?
Got to say it again, did you?
They're going to follow instructions that you're giving to them.
So you embed English?
Yes, I was going to say, this is the only way, obviously when I teach to foreign people, English people, I speak in English to explain what they have to do.
So that's your embedding your English?
Okay, so that's fine then. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that's one example for read the signs in English. What about maths?
How many metres from the pool?
Excellent. How pool depth would be good. Pool depth. Yeah.
It's one of our, when we, Claudia and I did our objectives, our outcomes. Oh God, where's it gone? One of them, where are they? One of them was to swim at least one length, approximately 10 metres, so then it gives them...
So they know the length in meters. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. So you could verbally embed that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Got so pool depth. What was it? The ICT
Get them to take pictures
in a
of the
swimming pool.
signs. Get them to take pictures
You
of
never,
the
you
signs.
can't say that.
Use as smartphones
Direct them
to
to
take
the
pictures underwater.
Oh, I like that. Do you know what she said?
Direct them to the Leisure Centre website. Direct to them.
Excellent.
So when you're thinking about your own micro-teach, obviously we're looking at swimming here, think about, hopefully a lot of it will be quite what you do anyway. You go, oh, I already do that. Or I could, do your starter. If you're really struggling with maths, do your icebreaker as a maths one. Yeah, you could do like a countdown with maths. I'm sure there's lots of things out there. Everyone's looking at me going, oh my
Well,
lord.
mine's end of life, so it's a bit...
Oh gosh.
Well, we counted it
How
out.
to do those.
If you struggle,
How many days is hoping so far?
You just got to be careful how you
Good
start
one.
the session with end of life.
absolutely.
The first thing you need to know is if anyone's had any deaths.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that sounds awful, but how many deaths is also numbering already. But we've got to be very sensitive. Yes. Yeah. Have a think over the Easter, and if not, we can discuss it. Don't worry. Okay. Abby, what does the next one say?
How will you use, how will you differentiate in your lesson?
Okay, so this is swimming now. We're on swimming still. Have you had a go right, Abby? Come on up then. We'll get your group to help you. Well, give us just one example how to differentiate in this swimming lesson.
There will be persons with different abilities.
Excellent, yes.
Levels of ability.
Levels of ability. Excellent.
Oh God.
No, no. You can use that. Well done. So when we're talking about differentiation, maybe go back to look at your PowerPoint notes on Moodle. We did quite a little bit of that differentiation. And we're going to have some one-to-ones after April. If you think, I really can't get my head around this, we'll discuss it, so don't worry. You'll definitely put something down. But that's an easy one, levels of ability. It was a good Kirsty, what's the next one?
What links to employability, equality and diversity?
This is where it gets quite funny. because we've chosen swimming. Have you written up yet, Kirsty?
I know.
Come on up.
I will go.
The group will help you with your answers. Okay, let's look at the first one. What links to employability? Abby?
Could it go in the hobbies? You know when it says on the CV, like, what hobbies have you got?
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Skills and hobbies.
Skills, yeah. Link to you can just put hobbies.
Hobbies.
Would you actually have to mention that in the lesson? Or is it just taken for granted that because you're teaching
Oh,
doing
dear.
it, still might be a hobby?
It could be mentioned if it was appropriate. It will probably be mentioned on the literature, they're advertising it. But you could also say, if you had a group, so you can always put it on your CV that you're learning to swim, or you're enhancing your swimming skills on there. So if you can naturally get it involved in your lesson, do. I was in an English lesson observation last week, and they were doing about writing a CV, and they were doing a media course, and she really expertly linked it of how important it is when they finish their course next year. This is how to write a CV, and these are the key skills that you need to put into it. So that came naturally into it. Swimming and employability, unless you want to go on to that as a job, might be something. Okay, equality and diversity. What's Kirsty got?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
That's
just
it.
told you to go back. You weren't listening.
Can you give her any examples of equality and diversity?
Right bit.
Yeah, the making sure access for disabled. So
Access.
Oh, shall I start up here?
yeah.
We're going down.
Doing really well.
Access for
We did loads on E&D, equality and diversity, and gave examples of how to put your resources to make sure they're fully inclusive, making sure you're not stereotyping.
You could have some support there with you in case you do
Oh,
have.
go.
There's no more space.
Stick it on the chart.
Possibly have someone to support if you did have someone of a
Yeah, so
disability.
support available, and then we'll let you go, Kirsty.
Is that into diversity?
So what I would, when you're writing your session plans, what I would think, write what you're going to do, okay? This is good on the next page, and then think, how am I going to involve equality and diversity? How am I going to differentiate? So get the crux of what you're going to teach in 30 minutes, and then look at the other bits around it, because then you've got like the meat on the bones of it. Yeah? And these are the things we can, because once you've got what you're going to teach, these are the things I can help you with to make sure you include everything. Okay, it says extension tasks. This is linked to the differentiation. So you might have a student who needs some natural extension tasks. So on swimming, what could they do? Distance? Another length, distance, yeah? Yeah? Who's not written yet? You don't have to use black, you can choose any colour. What did we say? Distance. So they could swim another distance, so you can just put distance. What is important? My worst fear as a teacher is to get to a lesson and think, I've got 20 minutes left. I've done it. Everything I've planned, I've done. What am I going to do for 20 minutes? Okay. So I have what you call a box of stuff, a box of help. So this is my box of extra things relating to the subject that I can just put in and get the students to work on if they've rushed through the 20 minutes. Not rushed through, they've achieved and we've done everything we need to. Because that is the worst fear for me. And from the minute I started training, I have a box. And by the end of your 14 weeks, we would have got through that because I'll have put that into the lesson. But that is my worry. As you probably see, I have too much in the lessons. And we've got, I don't normally run out of things to talk about. But extension tasks could come into that. could have something, or something that you could think on your subject maybe, that you could get students to start thinking about, or a discussion.
Quizzes and stuff like that.
Brilliant.
Tread water for 5 minutes.
Tread water, yeah, that
That's
like that one.
one.
So extra activities.
Extra activities, yeah. Tread water.
Yeah.
I love that, Abby. That keeps them out of mischief as well.
Yeah.
But be careful with
Gets them
extension,
tired out.
because people who finish work, I think we talked about the other week, might not want that extra piece of work and it might be a bit slow. So
That'll
you
be
just-
maths as well, won't it, for time?
yeah. Oh, look at that. Pretty.
Sit down now, that's really good. Are you getting to hold your breath underwater?
Yeah.
They'd be really quiet like that. Okay, contribution of others. So can anybody remember what LSA was? Learning Support Assistants. There might be, Laura said, support available, so you'd put that in there. When you're doing your micro-teach, we're not going to have an LSA, so that one's going to be blank. The reason it's in there is that if you have got a learning support assistant in your group, it's up to you as the teacher to direct them. There's no good they're just sat there, okay? They need to know about the student. They need to know what work you're doing today. You need to know how to use that resource, because it's a great resource for obviously the student, but you as the teacher, because you've got an extra pair of hands in the room and to get the best out of them. So that needs to be planned in on your session.
I usually feed mine.
Catering's great, yeah, feed the LSAs, yeah.
Bribery.
Bribery.
Loves it.
I always used to give the observers a coffee, or on video, she
It's
used to
just,
yeah.
Mine's fab, she's got a list of all assignments due in,
Yeah.
done, finished for the whole class. So because I'm coming halfway through the year, it's really good to use her to say where are they at, where should they
Absolutely.
be, how unorganised are their folders. It's very good.
Yeah, so you use that as a resource. Like micro-teach, I'll be expecting to see that blank, but hopefully when you go into general teaching, you'll probably come across support in the classroom. Okay, homework, self-directed study. Swimming, what could we do?
Strengthening exercises for your legs.
Strengthening. You could go swimming in your own time.
Maybe she'll turn to right, because that was quite a long
Yeah.
one.
Who's not written yet? Liz, have you written yet?
Come on.
No, she's been very quiet. Come on up. Okay. What could we get her to put up? A short one. Use anything. Hold your breath. Could go swimming in your own time. Just put extra swimming. So homework self-directed. Yeah. Don't be scared. What do I do as an homework self-directed stuff? More self-directed. Reflection, yeah. What's the other thing that you had to do some blogging on? The videos, yeah.
Yes, watch a swimming
Yeah.
video.
On the internet?
Well done.
Yeah.
Ah, get the OCT in, yeah. Well done. You can go now, well done. Rollover actions. What kind of things do you think in this swimming incident? Good question. What's a rollover action? Something that you might not have covered in the lesson because you've run out of time, or something that you feel that you haven't, the students haven't grasped as much as you would have liked them to do. So
You're going to pick it up the next session.
So you could just write a key word on there. Who's not written yet? Are you the last one? So a rollover action for swimming. What could we do?
Do you make recap on safety areas the next week?
Yeah, recap safety areas. Excellent.
Quite quickly.
I use mine. I will probably highlight on here.
Safety area.
Yeah, recap safety areas. If I run out of time, or if they say need more information on verbs, I'd write myself a note, so I can then plan that into my next session. On the rollover action. Well done. Well, that's great. There's a natural on there. You've done that before.
I think I've been watching.
You've been watching
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah, been seeing how you manage and.
You wouldn't write the rollover actions in before you did the lesson.
No, you do that after. Good point. You'd write them after. after the lesson or during the lesson. So if somebody says to you something, I'll give you an example, you could just write a quick note on it. Or when you guys said to me about the portfolios, I said last week I get a bit of a break, I forgot. But this week I remembered, but because I've written it on my session plan.
Do you think that some teachers, instead of like rolling it over, because like so stretched for time, like nowadays, just give you extra homework? Do you know what I mean? Like, the sessions run like too long. So
And they'll say, right, we'll go
and
and...
X, Y and Z, and just like, that's it. No.
Because you could, but what the worry for the teacher is they'll need some form of checking that you've done that.
Yeah.
Well, what I normally do actually, sometimes I talk too much with my students, so we ended having obviously short. And if I get 1 or 2 pages to haven't been covered, I say to them, read this and bring it back, and we start with that. The first
Yeah.
That's a good
So
idea.
that- yes.
But you're checking that, you're not just
Yeah.
saying go and
Yes.
read it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but that is a danger though, Abby.
Yeah.
Liz, do you mind reading? Can you read that about those bits more?
Yeah.
Um,
That last bit.
This bit, okay, reflection on the session and planning for the next session. So what went well, use it again, develop it, what didn't go well, never do it again, change it, adapt it for next time, record students' progress. Is there anything that has arisen in your session which you need to follow up, e.g. set new objectives for the individual student, and get colleagues' advice or rejig the SOW?
Which is the
Scheme of work, yes.
So again, Ali, that would be done after the session. So a good teacher reflects. Like I thought popping off and said to you, I'm going to change that on that handout. I'll change that on that PowerPoint, and it's remembering to do it when you finish. And be honest, did it go well? Oh, well, I'll never do that again. Like I said to you about the activity with the snakes and ladders, that went really well with you, and I'm glad I did it again, because my other group, it didn't go down as well, at different types of learners. So it's kind of good to have that reflection on there.
So that when you have your ability starting to change as well, so you might have to split the group.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
For next
yeah.
time.
And that area makes you just jot a few things down. Okay.